Hello, Yankees Nation. Welcome back to your go-to channel, New York Yankees News Network, where we bring you the latest and most exciting updates about our Bronx Bombers. And today, we have a jam-packed video with major developments that surfaced just a few hours ago. From historic changes in the Yankees tradition to a solid start in spring training and an emotional update on a beloved former Yankee, you don't want to miss any of it. So, if you're a true Yankees fan, make sure to stick around till the end. And before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking Yankees news. All right, let's get into today's first major update. Update 1. Yankees' historic facial hair policy finally gets a makeover. For decades, the Yankees have been known for their clean-cut look, a tradition that dates back to the days of George Steinbrenner. But today, history has been rewritten. The Yankees have officially modified their facial hair policy, allowing players to have well-groomed beards for the first time in over 50 years. Yes, you heard that right. No more mandatory razors for Yankees players. This decision was made by Yankees' managing general partner Hal Steinbrenner, who has been discussing the change with both current and former Yankees players. And after years of internal dialogue, the decision has finally been made. Steinbrenner stated, "I've spoken to many Yankees, spanning different eras, to gather their thoughts. Ultimately, this decision rests with me, and I believe it's time we move beyond our former policy while still maintaining our signature Yankees look." So, what does this mean for the Yankees moving forward? Well, players like Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Garrett Cole have already voiced their approval. In fact, Cole commented, "It makes sense. It still embodies our look and neatness, but allows for some individual freedom and a few less razor burns." However, the Yankees will still have guidelines to ensure facial hair remains clean and disciplined. General Manager Brian Cashman made it clear, "We're not trying to look like the cast of Duck Dynasty." While some fans appreciate this move towards modernization, others believe this changes the Yankees' identity. But one thing is for sure. This decision removes a possible roadblock in free agency. As Yankees manager Aaron Boone pointed out, "We never want to lose a player just because of a grooming policy." And to make things even more entertaining, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, co-owners of Wrexham FC, took a hilarious jab at the Yankees. They responded on social media saying, "After deep internal discussions that lasted minutes, we are implementing our own policy. All players must maintain ridiculous beards and obnoxious goatees." So, Yankees Nation, what do you think? Do you like this change? Or do you think the Yankees should have stuck to their old school ways? Let us know in the comments below. Update 2. Yankees dominate Rays in spring opener. A promising start for the Bronx Bombers. Baseball is officially back, Yankees fans. After months of waiting, the New York Yankees finally stepped onto the field for their first spring training game, and it couldn't have gone better. The Bombers delivered a commanding 4-0 victory over the Tampa Bay Rays, taking full advantage of their opponents' mistakes while showcasing exciting new faces in pinstripes. The game started with a fresh-looking lineup, one that Yankees fans have been eager to see. Leading off was none other than Jason Dominguez, a young talent with speed and a sharp eye at the plate. He wasted no time making an impact, drawing a walk to get the Yankees on the board. Then came Cody Bellinger, one of the team's biggest offseason additions, stepping up in his first at-bat as a Yankee. He made solid contact, sending a dribbler through the infield that put runners on the corners with no outs. But the biggest moment of the inning belonged to Paul Goldschmidt, the seasoned veteran who was brought in to provide stability at first base. With 2 strikes against him, Goldschmidt drove a deep shot off the left field wall, bringing in 2 runs and giving the Yankees an early 2-0 lead. It was exactly the kind of statement Yankees fans had hoped for from their new-look lineup. Meanwhile, all eyes were on Marcus Stroman, who took the mound in the first inning despite ongoing trade rumors surrounding his name. The Yankees have made it no secret that they are looking to offload Stroman's contract, but for now he remains in pinstripes. And if the drama surrounding his future was weighing on him, he didn't show it. Stroman struck out the first batter he faced and worked around 2 singles to escape the inning unscathed. His performance was solid, but the question remains, will he be part of the Yankees' rotation when opening day arrives? Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner has already hinted that no major roster moves will happen until they move Stroman's $18 million contract, so his future remains uncertain. The Yankees' pitching staff continued to dominate as the game went on, with one standout performance coming from their highly touted prospect, Will Warren. The young right-hander entered in the second inning and immediately made an impression. Despite struggling with a 10.32 earned run average in limited big league action last season, Warren looked sharp, striking out two batters with his devastating changeup. In the third inning, he found himself in a bit of trouble, giving up a walk and a single. But he showed poise under pressure, firing a 95-mile-per-hour fastball past Christopher Morel to escape the jam. With Stroman's status up in the air, Warren could very well be making a case for himself as the team's sixth starter. One of the most intriguing storylines heading into spring training has been the battle for third base. With the Yankees opting not to sign a big-name free agent at the position, the job is up for grabs between DJ LeMahieu, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswald Peraza. And it was Peraza who got the first chance to make his mark, lining a single to center field in his first at-bat. It's still early, but performances like this will play a big role in determining who wins the job. The Yankees' offense continued to put pressure on the Rays, capitalizing on defensive mistakes to double their lead in the fourth inning. It all started with 3 straight walks from Pablo Reyes, Peraza, and Everson Pereira, loading the bases with no outs. Dominguez then grounded into a fielder's choice but was quick enough to beat out a potential double play, driving in another run. Moments later, Brendan Jones, who had replaced Goldschmidt, lined a single to right, bringing in the Yankees' 4th run of the game. While the Yankees were executing well, the Rays were struggling. Tampa Bay committed multiple defensive errors and even lost both of their automated ball strike challenges. It was a sloppy performance, and the Yankees took full advantage. As the game progressed, manager Aaron Boone began substituting the regulars, giving opportunities to young prospects like T.J. Rumfield and George Lombard Jr. The bullpen also got some work, with rarely seen reliever Scott Effross making his return after missing most of last season due to Tommy John surgery. The Yankees had a golden opportunity to extend their lead in the 8th, with Jesus Rodriguez and Andrew Velazquez both reaching base. However, an incredible diving catch by Chandler Simpson robbed Rumfield of a hit, doubling off Velazquez to end the inning. Despite the missed opportunity, the Yankees had already done enough to secure the win. A 4-0 shutout was exactly the kind of start they were looking for. And the best part? There's plenty more baseball to come. The Yankees now travel to Dundon for an exhibition game against the Toronto Blue Jays, where Carlos Rodon will make his spring training debut. First pitch is scheduled for 1:07 p.m. Eastern Time, though Yankees fans will have to tune in to Sportsnet instead of Yes Network to catch the action. So Yankees Nation, what are your thoughts? Are you impressed with how Bellinger and Goldschmidt performed in their Yankees debuts? Should the team hold on to Stroman or push harder to trade him? And who do you think should win the third base job? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the discussion going. Update 3. Anthony Rizzo's future in limbo. Will he find a team? For over a decade, Anthony Rizzo has been a fixture in Major League Baseball, a player known for his leadership, gold glove defense, and clutch hitting. But now, at 35 years old, Rizzo finds himself in an unfamiliar position, without a team as spring training is already underway. The former Yankees first baseman, who became a free agent after the team declined his $17 million option, remains unsigned. And while he insists he still has plenty left to give, the baseball world doesn't seem to be offering him a landing spot. In a recent interview, Rizzo openly admitted that he's starting to consider the possibility that his career may be coming to an end. "I've definitely thought about it," he said. "I think I have a lot to give to the game still. But at the same time, if teams aren't willing to pay a few million for veterans, I've seen how this goes. The older guys get squeezed out. It happens more and more, and I'm not naive to it." This is a tough pill to swallow for a player who has been a leader on multiple teams, including the Yankees. But from a front office perspective, Rizzo's last 2 seasons have raised concerns. After dealing with a concussion, a fractured right forearm, and 2 broken knuckles in his right hand, his power numbers have dropped significantly. He understands why teams are hesitant but refuses to sign a contract that undermines veteran players' value. I mean, you've got to call a spade, Rizzo admitted. 2 years ago, I had that weird concussion issue, and then last year, I was hurt twice. My power numbers weren't where they needed to be. I get it. But I'm not going to take a deal that forces the next guy to accept less. While Rizzo's numbers have declined, his impact on the Yankees clubhouse was undeniable. Young players like Oswaldo Cabrera and Jazz Chisholm Jr. have spoken openly about how much they miss him, with Cabrera calling him a leader who helped shape me into a Yankee. His absence leaves a noticeable void, and while the Yankees have brought in Paul Goldschmidt to replace him at first base, the transition isn't without risk. Goldschmidt is 37 years old and has seen his own offensive production decline over the last 2 seasons. Beyond his injuries, one of the lasting images of Rizzo's final season in New York was his involvement in a crucial play during Game 5 of the World Series, a moment that still lingers in his mind. With the Yankees leading 5-0, Mookie Betts hit a slow roller to first base with the bases loaded. Rizzo fielded it, but Yankees ace Garrett Cole failed to cover first base, allowing Betts to beat Rizzo to the bag. The Dodgers used that break to stage a dramatic comeback, eventually winning the game 7-6. Rizzo refuses to dwell on the play, insisting he made the right call. 100 out of 100 times, I would do the exact same thing, he said. There's so much that goes into a play like that. You have to secure the ball first. You can't rush it. And I don't want to make excuses, but the guys on the inside know how bad my hand was at the time. Now, with the season approaching, Rizzo is left waiting. His wife Emily is due to give birth to their first child in June, and that could impact his decision on where and if he plays this year. He has no interest in signing with a non-contender only to be flipped in July. For now, he continues to train, hoping an opportunity will arise, but acknowledging that this chapter of his career may be coming to a close. It's weird. It kind of feels like 2020 all over again, Rizzo said, referring to the COVID-shortened season. I'm going to keep working out, keep training, and see what happens. I want to play, I want to win, but if this is it, I can live with it. So, Yankees Nation, do you think a team will sign Rizzo before the season starts? Should the Yankees have kept him, or was moving on the right decision? Let us know in the comments below. And that wraps up today's video. It's been a day full of major Yankees news, from a historic change in team policy to a dominant spring training win, and of course, the ongoing uncertainty surrounding Anthony Rizzo. So now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about the Yankees' decision to allow beards? Will this help attract more players, or was the old school look part of the team's identity? How about the team's strong start in spring training? Do you think Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt will have a major impact this season? And finally, what's next for Rizzo? Will he get one more shot in the big leagues, or have we seen the last of him in pinstripes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from New York Yankees News Network. Thanks for watching, Yankees fans, and as always, let's go Yankees.